Alright, I'm back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to remove background noise or background music from a clip that you want to use, whether it be IRL or for your editing, most likely for editing. So what you want to do is go to Google, you type in vocal remover. It should be the first one that pops up. It should be vocalremover.org and it should have a V as its like picture. Click on that and it should bring you to this vocal remover and isolation. For this to work, the clip has to be 25 megabytes or less. It can be an MP3 or MP4 file. I'm gonna use an MP4 file. So you can see it's 25 megabytes at the bottom exactly. So we can bring that over and just drag and drop, and then you just wait for it to process. Once it's done, it should bring you to this little section. The top is music, which is just a removal of the voice, and you just get the music itself, but we don't want that. We want the vocals. This is what it sounds like before. So that's what it sounds like with both, you know, the music and the voice. And this is the removal of the music, and it'll just be just the voice. And it'll be just the voice. As you can see, it does a pretty good job. There is a few parts where, like, you can see here, like, it plays a little bit of the music, or like right here as well. That, I mean, you can always just take out once you're like editing. It doesn't really affect it that much, but it does a pretty good job of taking out the background. So this is free as well. And to save it, you just hit save at the bottom, and you can save either the background music, the vocal, or both. I don't know why you would save both, but you just do the vocal, save it to a folder, and then once you're done, you just exit out. Then you go to After Effects. Then once you're in After Effects, you can mess around with it a little bit. Here's the vocals. So once you're in here, you can drag in both the audio and the original clip. Here's the original clip, and then here's the audio. So that way, if we're trying to do something with it. All right, so now that we have this, you can see it's pretty well lined up. Then you kind of just want to take out the points you don't want. So then you can just pre-compose this once you're done. And it is very quiet. Sometimes when it comes out, it's going to be extremely quiet. So you just want to put this up as high as possible. It does sound pretty good, but to get that, like, what everyone has when they do like intros or they do vocal remover, they do add reverb. And for reverb, you can go with like 12 to, I would say 10 to 15 on the bottom, and then 80 to 90 on this. I think for this one, I'll just go 12 to 90 on the dry out and wet out. Once you add the music in it, it doesn't sound that bad. Let me just drag in the music clip real quick. All right, once you have the song, then you can chop it up the way it fits to it. I did a little bit of chopping it myself. So this is what it sounds like once you add the music on top of it with the reverb. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's a lot better than just with the vocals alone itself. You don't really notice it just because the song really like overshadows it. I think that's how you call it. So this sounds pretty good. You could probably drop this down to like 88 maybe. And you can still hear like a little bit of the like raspiness in the voice. Realistically, no one's really gonna notice it. They're just gonna be like, okay, that's kind of cool. You could play around with like the reverb a lot more if you really wanted to get rid of that raspiness. You can try to do a double pass, but I don't really think it's gonna do anything where you just throw it in again. So you have like a clip that you want to do from like an episode or something. See, let me see. So depending on what type of playback you watch it on, you won't be able to crop it out. Most Windows computers have this, and it's set by default, I'm pretty sure, unless you downloaded VLC Media. I just use VLC Media because it's sometimes better for me to watch it, but if I need to crop it down, I'll just open it with movies and TV. So if you want to crop it down, you right click on the file itself, go to open with, and go to movies and TV as the playback. So go here, and it should bring up, you know, the episode or whatever. Click on the little pen at the bottom right and go to trim. Then once you go to trim, you can find like the part you want, just so you don't miss anything. So like right around here, and then you want to go to be continued, like right here. So we got this up at this frame, 15 seconds long, and you just hit save as copy. Then it should come up to your file or whatever, where it should be saved there. And then here you can see it's at 5 megabytes. And And yeah, so that's how you would trim it to get down from 541 megabytes to 5 megabytes. So if you have VLC media, it's probably not going to work. So yeah, that's how you would do that if you were wondering. But that is it for the tutorial. And I'll see what I come up with next, to be honest, because I don't even know.